internship call, forget what the name for that is, yesterday, and we were talking about the new managed virtual knowledge base. So I'm going to demo that. 1 second. So, screen share. So probably the easiest way to demo this to you guys is to show you how quick it is to make an instance now, right? So working on creating an instance, we're going to create an instance webinar demo one, right? Launch into it. So I'm gonna name it NeuralSeek. I know what these settings do. Basically, we fine tune a few parameters under the covers based on the settings you choose through the home walkme. So I'm just going to say this is internal. We don't need to hide API keys, and the name is NeuralSeek. It automatically sets up a managed knowledge base now, vector database for us. So we're able to skip that and go straight into the LLM selection, right? We have a few managed LLMs that get bundled with NeuralSeek, and you're always free to come in and add your own from a specific provider, OpenAI, any of the cloud providers. So we can, can test one of these. Got a connection, great. Go on next. If you're using a virtual agent, you can set the export format here and set up some initial categories. I don't need to do that right now, so I'm going to continue. The documentation that I'm going to upload, I mean, this is a whole conversation about documentation, right? But I'm going to pick, we have a lot more broad text and not short sentences. I want to give I want to just give the LLM a few top documents and everything's relevant. So that's really it for setup. You'll notice there's a new knowledge base tab here, right? So this is the NeuralSeek managed knowledge base. So you're able to come into the config, set at any category level the NeuralSeek managed KB, or you can set in your own virtual KB, Pinecone, Milvisp, and many others, right? So we start you off by default with the NeuralSeek KB, and then we can go right in here. We have an example template of how to load in documents. You don't actually need to edit this. You can run it right out of the box. And we call our special node to add to the knowledge base. We do some special things under the covers for you, like document chunking and restitching, so that we are able to better surface text around the matches you get. So in this case, I'm just going to load a document I have here. It's one of our documentation pages. Second. And go ahead and use the example template to upload it. You see it's done. We're able to go to the knowledge base, and it looks like we have just one document. Wasn't big enough to use multiple chunks. You can see I only have like 3 pages here. We only have one document. It's our implementing feedback guide on the documentation page. So now I can go in and say, hey, great. And now we have a step-by-step from the source documentation itself in, what was that, less than 5 minutes? Obviously, there's a lot of things we can do here, from filtering, adding metadata, to adding your own LLM, adjusting prompt settings, right? There's tons of levers and stuff to pull here, but for the base, RAG assistant, right, we are able to land into a working instance in minutes. And from there, that allows you to go in and start building agents and really stacking on top of this base foundation. So that released this month. It's a general availability. It should be available anywhere you can buy NeuralSeek. Some other things that have come out this month, Agent Red Team Tester. So I was looking for an instance where this is a little bit more populated. I don't have a more populated instance readily available. But you're able to go into red team testing, right, and test agents that you select. Let's say there's a weather one in here somewhere. Let's try email or reply. Yeah, let's try that. So you're able to come in and take an agent and evaluate it against a few known test categories, right? You're able to come in and run against data exfiltration, SQL injection, a prompt injection to kind of get unauthorized access or bring a service down, right? So this will run in the background. I was hoping for a result. I may not get that immediately. It takes a few minutes to run. So in the meantime, I'll take a look at the relax filter. Okay, this is another one that we just came out with. Sometimes when you're filtering for documents, you will run into a scenario where there's no documents available and you want to slowly relax some of those filters coming back. We allow you to do that on some knowledge bases now. Right here. We also let you keep keys. So if you're using filters for access permission to say like this group should only ever access HR documents, we'll never drop off the HR filter, right? So we're able to relax other filters. This is helpful when you're using LLMs to generate new filters. So maybe we want to search for new jogger pants, and the LLM says, well, this is clothing and sporting goods, and we find no documents. We could probably take off one of those filters and try just clothing instead of sporting goods and slowly relax the filters and try to surface more documents. We also have LLM comparison dashboards now. So we're able to come in and actually directly compare different models. I can come in here and compare a couple models. This is available for both Seek and Maestro, right? So you're able to come in with Maestro and let's say Memo one. It's probably pretty good. Let's say and we'll run compare. This should just give us a few seconds and it should start populating some output for us. I think that's really everything I had to show you for new stuff from this month. We have tons of stuff from last month that I'm going to highlight really quick. So we have new Maestro Plan and Act nodes. So you're able to come in and you're able to come in and get the LLM to actually create spots and spawn sub agents to fulfill a plan. You're able to come in and let's say we want to create a menu for Christmas. We want to give some dietary restrictions, and you can see multiple LLMs running in parallel here. There's 5 LLMs. Each with a separate subtask. So we're going to say develop a vegan main course option, vegetable side dishes, and a dessert menu, right? And then at the end, we roll all of this up into a response. There's a bunch of stuff with the actual visual editor. So let's see. Custom RAG is pretty good. We did a lot of improvements to the visual editor. So not only is it much faster, you can come in and multi-select and multi-drag away, helping you build nodes a little bit faster, just improving the overall experience. We've gotten support for GPT 4.0, GPT 5.4 in the Pro models. done a lot of major memory optimizations, speed improvements to the semantic scoring model. We now have MCP and A2 agent to agent connections that are available. We've improved our PowerPoint generator, so we're able to output much better PPTX files than we used to. There's a much more rich format for that. Um, Yeah, there's a lot to cover here. So we have the Azure Blob Storage connector, Databricks connectors. We improved the Gmail connector and added the Google Calendar connector, all here in Maestro. Um, we also have an MCP client now, so we're able to connect to external MCP servers. The list goes on. I think that's a pretty good overview of what's new and what's coming. So I think I can pass that off to Joy Jordan.
Sure. I can hop in. And Joy, did you want to begin with your agenda?
No, the agenda's right there. So, Robert, thank you for the updates. Appreciate all the time that you take. Jordan will have it go right over to you. And after Jordan, we'll do our internship highlights. So, Jordan, it's your turn.
Sounds good. And this is actually a great segue into what I'm going to share today for us. Let me get my Zoom sharing under control. And if you're able to see my screen here, I'm just on the neuralseek.com website. So I can scroll all the way to the top and or open a new browser. So when you log into neuralseek.com, right now our NeuralSeek team is at the Miami eMerge conference. So we get a little highlight here asking if you're a participant or an attendant of the conference. So I'm going to click no because I am very comfortably working from home. Granted, not in Miami, in chilly Pennsylvania. So when I scroll down, there's a few different places that I want to highlight. I know I talk about the NeuralSeek website quite often, but there are just so many new features and updates that are coming to the website that you might just not be aware of on a month-to-month basis. So like normal, at the top, you can access a few of our resources under product and or ecosystem. I'll mostly be highlighting our community certification and internship pages, but you can also take a look at our platform, our AI agent marketplace, use cases, customer highlights, and just scrolling through the website, we can see some of the new visuals that are available for us to explore, highlights on NeuralSeek's build or buy options, different tools, updates about building with no code. But as I scroll down here, I can also access information about building with students at hackathons. So our LinkedIn is a really great resource where you can see not only um, interns that have attended our program or have hands-on experience with NeuralSeek and have built AI agents, applications, projects at hackathons, but during our internship program as well, or during our monthly Maestro challenge. So a really great resource to come and check out, especially if you're looking for use case inspiration if you're a current intern. Which leads me to this next page for building your certifications and finding other builders. This website just navigates us to both our community page, but really great resources to get certified in NeuralSeek technology. So level 1 brings us to our labs.neuralseek.com, where you'll work through 1, 2, 3 challenges getting started with NeuralSeek. And then you can take a 15-question self-service quiz to get level 1 certified. Just enter, after completing the quiz, you can enter your name and a valid email here, and you'll have a certification dropped pretty immediately into your inbox. And we saw with Robert how easy it is to get set up and to get started with NeuralSeek. So while this guide might walk us through getting connected to a knowledge base with pre-existing NeuralSeek documentation, just knowing that we can take some of these aspects like our tuning measures or example agents in the NeuralSeek Maestro platform and use the tools that we have here with our own documentation on our new managed knowledge base feature. So that's very exciting. And then level 2 and level 3 certified can actually work through our proctored digital internship course, which you can apply for here. We're about 4 weeks into our spring internship. And it's been going really great. We've had some really great discussions. Like Robert had mentioned yesterday, we were talking about knowledge bases, and as new features are coming out with NeuralSeek, like our managed knowledge base, it just is driving new content for our internships as well. So the next one, if I scroll down here to the application section, where I can select the preferred internship or entrepreneur week, would actually be the summer internship from July 1st to August 5th. If that doesn't line up with your summer vacation plans, it is a digital internship, a 6-week course. However, there is a fall internship coming up soon to October 7th through November 11th. So you can go ahead and pre-register for those there. This page on our NeuralSeek homepage also brings us to our community, our documentation, or quick start labs. Our documentation I'll highlight here. It's really a technical guide for users to get started with NeuralSeek, but dive into some of the nodes, features, functionalities, or any sort of guides and walkthroughs that you're looking for. Like Robert had shown us around integrating feedback right here. That page that he had added to his managed model. We have very similar guides around backup and restoring, how to utilize the chat SDK, or maybe getting set up with some document ingestion, replay functionalities. And there's quite a bit of detail there on the Maestro nodes if you need a deeper dive on you're working within Maestro, you're building an agent, but you're not quite sure what parameters to put for a specific node. You can reference documentation.neuralseek.com. We're working internally to update our documentation site, so I'm hoping to share some new insights and new updates related there soon. Back to our NeuralSeek page. If I scroll down, I can even access it from the top. I do want to highlight our community. So whether you're joined through the internship program now, you're connecting with the NeuralSeek team in person at Miami eMerge, or you're watching here on our monthly webinars, the community page is a really great place to get connected both with other NeuralSeek power users or NeuralSeek technical experts. It's where we launch different announcements or updates about NeuralSeek, sharing your ideas for improvements and or new features. The general discussion page I really like to emphasize for getting connected and involved with the NeuralSeek community. A lot of these discussion threads have been opened by previous interns. So it's a great place to, one, connect with peers, but also just dive in and share what you're building or what you're looking to build or any sort of use cases that you have with the product. And that kind of leads me into product Q&A discussion too. If you're working directly with NeuralSeek and you have some technical questions or product questions, or just need to know a little bit more, guarantee that question most likely has been asked here before in our product Q&A section. Or you can go ahead and easily publish a question to the forum and get peer and or technical team help. The NeuralSeek community account is a free account. I'm already logged in at the top, but you just sign up with your name and email address, and it can get you access both to the community forums, the media center, any sort of events and or support ticketing if needed. But it'll also get you set up for an account to access your level 1, 2, and 3 certifications. So just a general highlight of our NeuralSeek website. I do this every month. It does change quite frequently, so just feel free to check it out. And if you have a question around the products, any sort of new features, feel free to drop it on the community page site, and we'd be more than happy to get to it. And without further ado, I'll turn that back to Joy and our next agenda topic.
We are so excited to be featuring one of our interns. They have prepared a presentation for us, and really just give them a round of applause. Ain't nothing like getting an opportunity to highlight your expertise and your own personal interests. I will turn it over to Diane.
Hi. Yeah, so nice to meet you guys. I'm Diane Vitoga. I'm a junior at UW-Madison, double majoring in computer science and economics. I got into programming because I first wanted to become a hacker, but I realized I liked building stuff more than like breaking into things. And since then, I've gotten really into computer vision. So I've done two internships, two different startups where we built computer vision models and anomaly detection and trash detection as well. And yeah, so I've just been looking for opportunities to kind of grab my comfort zone and explore more about AI.
That's really awesome. It's great to meet you.
It's great to meet you too.
And I know you've had your presentation. Are you able to share your screen? I could do a little tech check there too. Sorry about that.
Yeah, let me just pull it up.
Perfect. The first week of the NeuralSeek internship, all interns introduce themselves, and we love seeing the introductions come in and everything, and Dine stood out, and so hence the reason he is our intern spotlight this month.
Oh, sorry. Just dealing with like technical issues here. My computer's been kind of freaking out today.
You're good. We've all been there, and if we haven't been there, we'll be there another day, so don't worry about it. We did that little tech check earlier, but it's always different from day of course. So no worries. And oh,
How I'm trying to share my screen.
right.
There we
Is
go.
it permitting you to share?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. There we go.
So I guess we'll get started. What if the most valuable resource in the world isn't oil or gold, but data? Every click, every scroll, every pause you make creates a digital trace, and when billions of those traces are combined, they become an insight and power. And at scale, that information becomes incredibly powerful because it reveals patterns in who we are and what we do. For decades, power came from oil. It was scarce, physical, and tied to geography. But data changed the rules. It's everywhere, constantly generated, and it becomes more valuable the more it's used. Today, power doesn't come from scarcity, it comes from scale. Data isn't just collected and stored, it's spent like currency in the digital economy. Every action you take becomes a signal, and those signals are continuously turned into measurable value. AI is what multiplies that value. One data set doesn't lead to one outcome. It can power predictions, recommendations, and automated decisions simultaneously. The same data reused again and again. Think about Netflix. The same behavioral data recommends what you watch next, predicts what you're likely to click, and optimizes how long you stay engaged on the platform. It feels like magic when everything is tailored to you, but it's not magic, it's math. Patterns in your behavior are constantly analyzed, and every interaction refines what the system shows you next. Your past behavior becomes prediction, not just what you did, but what you're likely to do. These systems anticipate your choices sometimes before you're even aware of them. And it doesn't just stop at prediction. Systems take action. They autoplay content, autofill forms, auto-recommend choices, shaping decisions in real time, often without you noticing. But here's the shift. This value isn't neutral. It depends entirely on who controls the data and how those systems are designed to use it. You generate the data through your actions, but platforms collect, store, and control it. Ownership is often unclear, hidden in terms of service, but control is very real. You get convenience, faster and easier, more personalized experiences, but platforms gain something bigger: insight, influence, and long-term competitive advantage. It's not an equal exchange. And this imbalance scales. Organizations and countries with more data move faster and innovate more. Those without access fall behind, and a new kind of global divide is emerging. And whatever exists in the data scales as well. If the data is biased, the outcomes will be biased, and it's amplified across systems that make decisions, whether it's hiring, lending, or justice. We make this trade every day. We choose convenience, faster apps, better recommendations, seamless experiences. In return, we allow constant tracking and data collection. These platforms feel free to use, but there's always a transaction. Your attention, your behavior, your identity, that's what's being monetized. So who actually wins in the system? Not just those who collect the most data, but those who could turn it into an insight and act on it faster than anyone else. Which brings it back to you. Data literacy is becoming a core skill. Understanding how data is used and questioning it gives you power in this system. Because this isn't just a technical issue, it's an ethical one. Not just what we can build with data and AI, but who those systems are designed to benefit. And this isn't some distant future. It's already happening. Systems are learning, deciding, and acting continuously, often in ways we don't fully see. So the real question isn't who has the most data, it's who that data ultimately serves and what kind of future it creates. Thank you.
Such a success. Looking forward to this. I always enjoy a good intern highlight. Thank you again, and whole team, thank you. With that, we are right at time. So everyone have a good afternoon.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
Thank you. Bye.